Welcome to the Storytime Podcast with Witchy Poo. The theme and cultural significance to the Salmon Boy story is respect and reciprocity. This story really undergoes that humans should respect salmon as spiritual beings. Returning the bones to the central is reciprocal of the cycle of giving and receiving. And the transformation and spiritual wisdom behind the Salmon Boy is transformed by the salmon people into a teacher and a healer, gaining wisdom about the balance of nature and human life. The culture and continuity of this tale continues to be taught in schools, or should be rather, and communities across the Pacific Northwest. But I feel like everybody across the world should know about this boy and the lesson in the environmental stewardship of the cultural identity. By the young boy in the coastal village disrespecting the salmon and discarding the smaller bones after the meals, violating the sacred customs to return the bones to the water, he rejected that salmon, and that was caught by a whirlpool and ended up drowning. At the bottom, the salmon people end up finding and carrying him to the ocean realm, where they teach him respect, they teach him wisdom. But most of all, he's becoming known as the Salmon Boy and a shaman in their community. Because some seasons went on and the Salmon Boy ended up returning to the original village, swimming up into the mother's net as she was out there fishing. She recognizes a copper charm that she gave him as a mother. That was her gift with this copper charm to see him grow handsome and strong. So she immediately recognizes him. Once she catches him, she cares for him for an 8-day transformation as he sheds the skin of the salmon and becomes human again. He goes out teaching about the circle of life and the respect for nature, and eventually, after seeing his soul embodied in an ancient salmon, he spears it and then perishes. His body is returned to the river, and where his spirit returns to the ocean, in a dance of farewell and renewal as a lesson learned in the custom. As you see, the teaching is, we are never separate from human nature. And when we waste, disrespect, or take without gratitude, we harm not only the world, but our spiritual connection to it. It's a transformation through humility. And when the Salmon Boy was pulled into the water, it wasn't a punishment, it was initiation, because he didn't realize the disrespect through the spirit of compassion. He then learned gratitude and awareness through the lesson. You see, spiritual growth often comes through loss, surrender, or humbling experiences. The Salmon people's realm was the boy becoming a mirror of his own arrogance, learning empathy through direct experience. You see, when life pulls you under, quote unquote, it may not be able to drown you, but it's teaching you something sacred. Transformation comes when the ego dissolves and humility replaces that pride. See, the Salmon Boy returned as a healer, and in his village he carried sacred wisdom to all who didn't understand the balance. He told his people when he ate the salmon that they must return the bones to the river, honoring the spirits that continue life that gives. That's a rebirth in the spirit.